Teach. What does it mean to be a great teacher? I am tired of seeing teachers who are heartbroken because they are unable to fulfill the mission that they have for their own lives. My father was an extraordinarily talented teacher, but for many years he did not teach, and it was a loss for everyone, him most of all. I've come to believe that teachers need real connection with students. In my experience, when teachers cannot make those connections, they struggle to regulate their physical, emotional, and mental health. I am passionate about helping teachers to have their own small businesses because to design truly transformational teaching, you need the freedom to manage your time, energy, and health. And that work doesn't look like a 9 to 5 job. Teaching is a pleasure. There is nothing more wonderful than being around a student when their light bulb goes on. Previously, we discussed that to be a great teacher, you have to figure out how to improve every part of your communication system. Now, we're going to talk about some general concepts to help you become clearer on your transmission. Communicating takes time. Most people I work with have been studying for many years in their field, whether that is yoga, karate, computers, or accounting. It took a long time for them to receive their message, and they have a lot to say. They can't transmit their message in just one short class. They need learners who are willing to dedicate years of their lives in order to receive everything that you have to say. Sales, which we talk about in the next module, is the system for gaining students' commitment to invest their time in learning from you and for you to vet whether this is a person that you want to share your message with. A good teacher takes a student into places they cannot imagine they are capable of when they start. One of the most important ingredients in communicating your teachings is the trust between you and your student. Trust is important because it's going to take time to transmit the message, because every system of communicating has limitations, because the student will need to work to understand, and you will need to work to communicate well. You, as the teacher, are in the position of authority, so it is your job to build trust with your students. As you are building your course, you need to think about how you can show your students that you are worthy of their time and their trust. Because learning is slow and arduous, students have to handle feelings of discomfort and inadequacy before they get to the magical light bulb moment. It's hard to learn when you are feeling overwhelmed, defeated, scared, and frightened. A good teacher helps students to accept and come to the other side of these feelings. Learning is also not a completely linear process. As people go through the process of integrating what they are learning into their own intelligence, they often take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. The puzzle comes together and then it falls apart again. As a teacher, you are in it for the long haul with your students. The moment when it feels like they step back are unbalanced feeling. Your encouragement and support will help them to dedicate themselves to continuing through the discomfort of that experience so that they can get to the moment when it all becomes crystal clear. Your job is to help your students through the struggle of learning to get to their aha moments. They can't see the progress they are making. They see that they haven't arrived yet, and that's always hard. It's your job to share from your experience teaching others what they have achieved compared to other people at this stage of learning. It's your job to remind them where they started and what they've achieved so that they become excited about what more they can accomplish. It's your job to create a relationship of trust so that they are willing to take risks, to go through the embarrassment, the pain, and frustration of learning so that they can finally get to that aha light bulb moment. It's your job to create trust so that when you get to the parts of learning that they can't wrap their heads around, they are willing to struggle to understand until their minds have changed in a way that they could never have imagined.